Hey y'all, my name is Queen Morgana and welcome back to Genshin Impact. We are on our way to Inazuma. In the previous episode, we finally saw our brother. He has some secrets and pretty much told us to continue adventuring to learn more about this world and seek him out again, and we'll see that we're on his side. I doubt we will be, but after that we went to Beidou for a ride on her ship to Inazuma, and we entered her tournament, fought a little bit, met this wandering samurai from Inazuma. It seems a lot of people have kind of escaped that country for a variety of different reasons. The goddess has turned tyrannical, and I have some ideas as to how that might be and why that came about, but let's just get on to it. We are going to ask around for information to head to Inazuma.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you, traveler?
About traveling to Inazuma.
Ah, yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements with the captain of the Crux fleet regarding your passage to Inazuma. Is that correct? Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those lands. Unfortunately, I don't have any current intel that would be worth sharing with you.
There you are. You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to Inazuma, right?
Yeah, seems you
The fleet
arrived.
is nearly completed reprovisioning. Once the crews have taken a head count, we can get underway.
Sounds good.
Captain Beidou sent me to come get you. We'll weigh anchor as soon as you're aboard.
Sea Drake.
Seems Beidou is the captain of her word.
He's dressed like Sinbad from the movie.
Of course! There are many things that the captain insists upon. I'm sure you'll see for yourself once you're on board.
Cool.
So you'll be heading off then? I suppose congratulations are in order. Whether the journey before you leads to the heights of the heavens or the depths of the abyss, each step you take is another achievement. Until we meet again, Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Ad Astra Abyssosk, Catherine.
Oh, it's kind of hard to say goodbye now. We practically see each other every day.
Will I not be able to go anywhere when I'm in Inazuma? What's happening?
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive? I'll be awaiting you on Narukami Island.
I knew it.
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma?
There's a Catherine in everyone.
There's no need to get all sappy now.
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell to Liyue Harbor. Now that I've delivered my message, I'll be heading back. The ship is currently anchored off of Guyun Stone Forest.
Okay, thanks for coming all this way to let us know.
Just following orders. I'll see you two aboard the Alcor.
Wouldn't like a game similar to Genshin, like a Genshin mixed with One Piece, be really fun? Well, I suppose that's just Honkai Star Rail, but in space. I think I just solved my own issue. Honkai Star Rail is Genshin and One Piece, but in space. Okay, I was like, where is God? All the way over here. Do y'all have like something to help me get over there easier? Because I hate this.
Ah, you finally made it. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. If it were anyone else, I might have set sail already.
Apologies, Captain.
Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. You're just on time. The crew have just finished making final preparations. Well, now that everyone's here, we set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest. The nation of eternity.
Anchors away!
Hello. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, what's that? Oh, I'm so excited. The cinematography between Welcome to Mondstadt to now is such an improvement.
Ahoy there.
Hello. Who are you, sir?
So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain.
Thoma?
And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
Shush!
You can blame your almighty Shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
Hello. I like his outfit a lot.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. Seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors of these outlanders' sterling deeds at bay.
Nice to meet you, Toma.
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you say that.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts. If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally the next time I'm around.
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going.
I really love his
I wouldn't want to be
outfit.
caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board after all.
Oh,
Who?
right.
Oh,
Kazuha.
Kazuha
Until
is
next
a
time,
wanted
traveler.
fugitive. I did forget.
Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
I look forward to seeing you again, Beidou.
Fair seas, Captain Beidou.
Beidou? I keep miss saying her name. I'm so sorry. Beidou.
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered at the border checkpoint.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low. Are we just gonna walk into the government's hands?
Well, we're not citizens.
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku decree. You wouldn't
Yeah.
be able to avoid inspection even if you tried. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Yeah, and I think we can get away with it because they're taking away people's power being their visions. Our power doesn't come from our vision. Even if our reputation precedes us, I think the Fatui are here, so unless Child or Senora sees us or any of the other Fatui, they don't really know the extent of our power. And as far as anyone is aware, we're literally just traveling around searching for our brother, and we haven't caused any chaos, and we haven't necessarily changed anything politically. We just happen to help out when we see danger. So as long as we don't see anything, or if nothing happens to us, we won't get involved. So it makes more sense to play along and play the wandering traveler searching for her brother. That's essentially what we're trying to do. We probably shouldn't say we want to meet the god. That seems a little suspicious, but this is beautiful so far, though. I peeked into Inazuma a little while back, but it was not this section, clearly. It was somewhere else on the edge of Leeway. Kageyama.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. Oh, except you, Toma.
I like her outfit. It's comfy.
You must be new here.
What gave you that idea?
Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you.
We're here to find our brother.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. We cannot approve
Oh,
entry
shit.
for purely personal reasons. So, unless you have a valid reason for visiting in accordance with the rules...
Oh, my bad.
My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are the entry papers for your kind perusal.
What? No rush or anything.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. Sorry about that.
The other one was worse. We had to trade wine under whose company? We don't even have a trade license.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to Rito.
Did she just completely ignore what we just said? Look at, oh, they got guards stationed everywhere.
Where do we go next?
So does every other place, to be fair.
The Outlander Affairs Agency.
Outlander.
They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through with them.
Wow.
Sheesh. So it is super strict, just like everyone says.
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as outsiders. As the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sakoku decree in force.
Sakoku.
Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement.
Welcome or not, we don't have a choice, yeah. We can live out, we have a teapot, bro. We don't, yeah, I got a house now, y'all. We're not homeless anymore. We have a teapot.
I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're going to get along very well. Now, let's head over to the Outlander Affairs Agency. Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
No. Well, yes, we have. That's where the Fatui worked, right? I actually wasn't really paying that much attention. I was looking at the map. But yeah, wasn't the Fatui, like, child in them working, quote unquote, for the trade agreement, trade people?
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want to apply for residency? Both of you?
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
2 what?
2 million? For a processing fee? Are you serious?
That's just the process.
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total. Don't worry, you can trust my math.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Hey, man, you're gonna have to go into the teapot.
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine. I think you'll find I'm one face you recognize.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to 400,000 mora total.
Okay, that's actually a good deal. Compared to 2 million, still pricey. That is a major discount.
Thank you ever so much, Miss Eureka. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too. How does that sound?
Is he wearing sandal boots?
By all means, bargain the price down, but...
Paimon,
All right
hush.
then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Oh, he about to...
Much obliged.
We not gonna be seeing him for the rest of the night. That's what, that's all I heard. He's about to... do not follow them in there. Something was processed, all right.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's sense of finance around here.
I think it's about more than the mora.
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. A processing fee is just a figure of speech. The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money, so it becomes a question of how much they can make. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for residency...
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth.
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy.
That's blatant oppression against Outlanders. Doesn't anyone push back? Yeah, they really hate... They're using the word Outlander, but it's definitely an allegory for the treatment of immigrants. Yeah, I'm not gonna get too... I don't know too much about, like, Eastern Asian relations with different countries, but I know that there are some countries that do not like one in particular. So, and that particular country seems to be pretty depicted in this land. So I'm hoping it's not taking the route I think it's taking, or maybe it could be, all media, including video games, is supposed to be a reflection of life to some extent, right? So, but yeah, this blatant oppression against immigrants, which you can see from a lot of countries, even my own. Y'all don't know where I live. I'm American. But we do the same thing to immigrants trying to get in here. It's just a completely unfair process. And I'm sure if the day came where I was trying to move to another country, depending on the country, someone might look at my race/ethnicity and go, and just try to make things so much more difficult than it should be. Does anyone push back? Take a wild guess.
Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this closed nation era, there's very little that can be done about it. The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So it's a trade association built by and for Outlanders?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support, and structure for Outlanders trying to survive on Rito. Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
So, how would an Outlander ever get to meet... how would Outlander ever get to meet the god? Well, I don't know. So far, in all three of the kingdom's countries we've visited, nobody's really got to know a god. Venti's in hiding, but they all assume he's dead. Or abandoned them or something like that. Liyue, they think he's dead because they watched his body hit the ground. Though he walks among them. Yeah, even though he did his yearly predictions, nobody was just like seeking an audience with him. You know what I mean? So we're just gonna have to do the thing that we always do, which is look. So how will we ever get to meet?
Sounds like just staying alive is an achievement when you're an Outlander in Inazuma.
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, given that you are Outlanders, it's certainly a lofty aspiration. After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. She is a deity who reigns on high, while all other life gazes up in awe.
Well, that may well be. I still have to find a way. Yeah, we still have to find a way.
Huh.
You don't have
I
to
was
worry
going
about
to
that
say
part.
nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to run into the Raiden Shogun one day after lunch?
Who's to say you're not the Raiden Shogun? I don't think it's you though.
And
He's
is
a
that
fire
likely?
guy. I'm looking for a lightning
Okay,
woman.
I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to the Raiden Shogun.
Really? Wow, the Rito Fixer is better connected than we thought.
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it can be done. However, before we get there, connections come at a high price, you understand?
Not you too.
No. In this instance, when I say price, I'm not talking about Mora. In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree to help other people solve some of their problems first.
I figured.
I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal rule for dealing with situations like this.
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle, so you have to trade favors to keep everyone indebted to you.
So what's the job?
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Never mind. Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International Trade Association are constantly struggling to survive. Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. See if there's any way you can help. The head of the association is called Caricio, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll wait for you here.
Cool. I need to find that statue of the Seven desperately. Ritsu. Oh, found you. President of the International Trade Association.
Huh? Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. The Outlander Affairs Agency took you for all you're worth, I suppose.
Luckily, we had a friend with us.
Ah, good. That's a relief. You need to be careful, or you'll find yourself losing your savings all at once.
We heard the association has been having some difficulties lately. Is that true?
Yes, left, right, and center. Obstacles at every turn. But that's nothing new for us.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for anyone who wants to come here from overseas.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of activity, but in and of itself, it doesn't stop us from being able to enjoy a comfortable existence. No. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry is those
Taxes?
Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees everything on retail, isn't it?
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulations, and that's not the worst of it.
I knew it had to do with taxes.
They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's something called Crystal Marrow.
I wonder if this is how.
Crystal Marrow.
I wonder if this is how
What's
people
that?
back in the day felt when money started to exist, like currency started to exist. Because before, most societies was trade based. So when they were like, "Oh, we're no longer accepting like 9 eggs for a loaf of bread," you need to have specifically money, right? Or specifically coins. And then when the coin system stopped and we started having paper money, then it was, okay, well, you can give us like 6 bronze coins, I guess, or we're not really going to accept these coins. You need to have this printed paper money. So, yeah, that's a lot.
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either, until the new decree came along. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya in his youth. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this crystal marrow. But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rising demand for crystal marrow drove the price higher and higher. Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't get a hold of it anywhere else.
Isn't that what they call a monopoly?
Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to buy from them because the tax decree forces us to.
Yeah. I'm surprised.
It's a vicious cycle. The consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed our profits.
Yeah.
And once that happens...
You go completely out of business. You won't even have an income. I'm honestly surprised they don't have specific tariffs or taxes for these traders in particular, because they are not originally from Inazuma. Like, at this point, wouldn't it be more cost effective to leave Inazuma and then continue your business elsewhere? Like, not even in as competitive of a place as Liyue, just like, I don't know, literally anywhere else has to be better, right? This is absurd treatment. Can't you discuss the situation with the Kanjo Commission? Do you think they care? No. This is absurd.
We've tried communicating with the commission directly, but this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of thunder.
Right, doesn't she kill people?
Fontaine, my dear homeland.
Fontaine?
I miss you an awful lot at the
Oh,
moment.
that's where,
Sounds awful.
I keep wanting to call her Katarina, but that's where Lissa? My cat girl, that's where she's from.
What do you think we should do?
Fontaine. Try our best to negotiate with the Kanjo Commission. The vendor does sound like a fishy character. Why would we negotiate? We don't even... No, we quite literally don't even own a business. Like, what are we be negotiating? Like, hey, treat these people better. We don't... We have no stake in this. We feel personally for them, and I know that we're on their side, but like, no.
That vendor... I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us. I have no idea where he sources the stuff.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair. How do we find him? We could go talk to him and see if he lets anything slip.
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the association and you're new to Rito, he may just let his guard down. If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him is under a tree by the coast in the residential district. See if you can find him there.
What does he look like and what's his name?
We're on the case.
That's right. Give us no information. We'll find him. All right. Wow, 10% off, huh? This is such a nice place. I love the leaves blowing in the wind. Is it like perpetually autumn here? Because, I don't know. No clue, but I love it. Also, their guards are all like samurai. So it seems like Mondstadt is very German inspired, Liyue is very Chinese inspired, China inspired, and this is very Japanese inspired. Is it Werner? We know this guy.
Huh? I don't think I recognize you.
What?
Are you new arrivals?
There's someone who looks just like him in Liyue. But I'm the fixer around this part. Yeah, we just arrived.
So, what do you need with me?
Where do you source your goods? What an introductory question.
The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my sources, I might as well hand you the whole darn business.
Yeah.
Trade secret. Got it? You know what trade and secret mean, right?
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Okay, I'm actually on his side. That is a wild thing to lead with. What the heck? Like, you didn't even say, hey, I want to begin a business. I admire you. Like, you didn't even butter him up. You said, hey. He said, who are you? You said, where do you get the stuff for your business? Like, what type of... No, you didn't even introduce yourself. You didn't do anything. You didn't ask him his name. Can you reduce your prices? You're the least conspicuous person. Just, I don't know. You should have someone else carry out this conversation for you.
Ha! Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. Kurisu and his associates sent you here to try and plead their case, didn't they? They're wasting their time. The price is non-negotiable, not by a single Mora.
Hey, what's your problem?
Get out of here, go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place, and they ought to be more grateful. If it weren't for me, they'd be in seriously hot water.
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy.
Time to get the real fixer on the case. Let's go talk to Toma.
Good idea. Let's check back in with him.
Why'd you think that was gonna work? Even I didn't think that was gonna work. That was insane. I like how no one ever reacts to us just sprinting and running all over the place.
That was quick. You resolved it already?
Not quite.
We're having a little trouble.
You're gonna have to help us help you.
No? Well, by all means, tell me what you need. I'll help as much as I can. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite a demand.
What do you know about Werner?
Oh, that guy? I'm familiar. He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he'd collect on the beach just to get by, but he seems to have suddenly shot up in the world recently. I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Association.
Huh. You're saying he used to be a member of the International Trade Association? So he's an Outlander too?
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him?
Yeah, I could tell. He seemed like a Mondstadter to me. That's what I was saying, yeah.
That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading between Liyue and Inazuma. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of Outlanders that ended up stranded on Rito.
Huh. What a bummer.
The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the association members found it increasingly difficult to make ends meet.
So he left the association and turned his back on them.
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe even the most ungrateful and cold-hearted of people still have some amount of gratitude and warmth left in them somewhere.
Right. I'll go back and talk to him again.
Really? Is that all you need to know?
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in with him.
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you.
Time on your hands, some would call that a form of freedom. Is she just about to start using Mondstadt ideologies? It was the wind that let me back. Back to you.
Huh? Where's this coming from?
Trying to appeal to his to his sense of nationalism. A dandelion wine would sure be nice on a day like this. A bard's serenade would be perfect right now. Dandelion wine.
Mondstadt? You were talking about Mondstadt.
I don't have dandelion wine on me. Do you want something from Mondstadt? You want some dandelion seeds?
Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but I can't remember the last time I was there.
You should visit home.
The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back.
Let the wind lead.
Oh, my hometown. The home of freedom. How I long to go back and visit.
It's working!
Hush.
So, trying to play my heartstrings like a liar, are you? I know what you're up to.
Close your eyes.
Huh? What is this? What are you up to now?
You just drown him in the water.
Close your eyes already!
Listen closely. Doesn't it sound familiar? This is funny.
You mean the sound of the ocean?
The sound of the wind. Sounds like freedom, don't it? There's an eagle plays in the background. Cheap and tasty chop suey. Grilled tiger fish. Get it while it's hot.
Liyue Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves. The calls of the merchants.
May the flames of virtue spread to all.
Lanterns. I'm right there at the lantern right. Oh, look at them floating up into the sky.
How deep in this guy's head did we go?
This guy has a really active imagination. Either that or he really does miss Liyue Harbor.
Yeah.
Liyue.
I don't know. You want this chili?
Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. My poor heart can't take it.
A lot of people out there sympathize with the position you're in.
You mean the folks from the International Trade Association? And I suppose they are far from home, just like me.
Exactly.
Often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I like to imagine it's the voice of my hometown, carried across the ocean.
And it can be.
I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing just that, but I always hide my face and slip away. Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through with them and free myself from this anguish?
Well, no one's stopping you, so...
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to finding a way to survive. But I couldn't do it. I'm not strong enough. So I caved. Those people, they'd make the smallest of promises, offer the most measly benefits, and I'd do whatever they asked of me. And make Mondstadters look like the worst people in the world.
Who are those people?
All right, I'll tell you the whole story. It's eating me up inside, and I can't take it anymore.
Set yourself
You
free.
ready to talk now?
The International Trade Association will protect you. Come get a drink with your friends from the association.
But I betrayed them. I can't show my face there.
But now it's time to make things right. So come on, get it off your chest. What's the deal here?
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru, Keijiro and his companions. They start by overtaxing the merchants, then take the extra crystal marrow they receive and stockpile it. Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants at an extortionate price, with the proceeds going to the tax collection Ashigaru.
It's plain evil gouging them like this.
Yeah.
I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of what we take in total. It's barely enough for me to live on.
We need evidence. Well, you can gather evidence, but they have an entire structure of government protecting them.
Evidence? You're right. Without conclusive evidence, he will never admit it. Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, he always heads to the same place. It's always made me suspicious. As it happens, I handed some Mora over to him not long ago. I can show you where he went if you want.
Really? Well, then there's no time to lose. Let's go.
Okay.
Keijiro! It's him!
After him!
The guard, or... Oh. There we go. He's extorting money, to put it simply.
What could he be doing at a place like this?
It looked like he buried something over there, didn't it? Why don't we take a look?
A rock.
Whoa, it's a ledger.
A ledger.
Boring! Paimon thought he'd hidden a big pile of Mora here.
Even if we did find Mora, we would have to give it to the trade association.
Yeah.
Let me take a look here. Aha! Yes! This is what we're looking for. A clear and complete record of every single transaction, each one proof of his guilt.
Great! Well, now we have our hard evidence. Let's go tell Kurisu the good news, shall we?
I'll say goodbye to you here then.
You should come along.
Huh? You aren't gonna come with us?
I need a little more time before I'm ready to face the head of the association. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Huh.
Whatever.
Poor Werner's a pretty awkward guy, huh?
Should I close early?
But we really don't have anything left. If this keeps up, our sales will come in at a loss. There'll be nothing left for us to do but starve.
You know the decree. The rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions, and no excuses.
You're the one making a mockery of the rules here, Keijiro.
And who are you? Another new member of the association?
It just so happens that we found your little ledger, so now we're here to tell everyone all about how you embezzled crystal marrow to sell it right back to the taxpayers.
Huh? Is this true?
You've been swindling us!
Well, you see, the taxes,
Let me take a look at the ledger. Well, would you look at that? Every payment the association has made is right here in your personal ledger. So, Mr. Keijiro, it seems you have some explaining to do. How shall we settle this,
So you think you can use this against me, do you? It's quite obvious that I'm merely trying to earn a modest living for myself, like anyone else.
Word has it that Samurai and the Commission place great importance on reputation and prestige. Though I'm sure Commission members won't blame you once word gets out.
Huh? Is that a threat? Are you threatening me?
No, not at all. I'm simply stating that it would be quite a pity if an illustrious gentleman such as yourself were to have their reputation tarnished.
Well, even if what you say is true, what do you suggest we do about it?
I believe you still have a quantity of crystal marrow in your possession, correct? Perhaps that crystal marrow could be used as compensation for the recent tax hike, and us merchants could finally have some more breathing room.
Is that it?
Oh, do you have any idea the hoops I had to jump through to get the crystal marrow and keep it hidden? Fine. In that case, I'll send it over to you today.
And not even an ounce of shame for his actions.
So that's it? My shop's been closed for weeks now. I've even had to ask my friends to help bail me out. What about my losses?
Come on, Harrison. We've already struck a good deal here.
I'm sick of being pushed around like this. I won't let him off so easily.
Oh, don't touch him.
Harrison!
Hey, what's all this racket? Does someone dare question the decree?
Ah, Chief, you've arrived.
What was all the commotion I heard just now?
Oh, we were just discussing a minor tax issue. I do my utmost to lend them a helping hand, but they're never grateful.
A helping hand? The only thing you're doing is stuffing your greedy pockets with our hard-earned wealth. I assure you that Hirage Shinsuke will hear of this.
Oh, and you dare to utter the Commissioner's name. You Outlanders have no respect for the rules.
What are you, his keeper?
Seize the merchants. We will resolve this dispute back at headquarters.
Seize?
Uh-oh. This is going in a
Harrison,
bad
this is why you have to keep your mouth shut.
Gentlemen, come now. Is there any need for this? If there's a dispute to resolve, let's get a drink and talk it over.
Who are you supposed to be? And why in my right mind would I join you for a drink?
You never heard of the Fixer?
Context, Paimon. Context.
Here's my card.
Huh. You're from the Yashiro Commission.
Shh.
Huh. Well, this is Kanjo Commission territory. However powerful the Yashiro Commission may be, you have no business meddling in Rito's affairs.
Of course not, of course not. Still, perhaps you could show the young...
What? Okay, he showed a fan. I was like, what am I supposed to do? This popped up so late.
Lady of our clan some courtesy. You wouldn't want your name showing up in a petition to the Shogun, would you?
That fan. The Shirasagi Himegimi. I don't need any trouble
so many
with
words. I don't know. God, I feel like I'm in Niue again.
Okay,
what do these words
let's
mean?
forget all this. It'll give us one less thing to worry about.
But, Chief!
Enough! We're leaving.
Let's get dinner one day soon, gentlemen. My treat, I insist. No response, huh? I suppose that bridge is well and truly burned then.
Yeah. Thank you, though. Thank you, Toma.
Thank you so much, Toma. But I'm sorry your relationship with the Kanjo Commission had to suffer for our sake.
Hey, I was joking. It's a small price to pay, and you're more than welcome. If there's anyone you should be thanking, it's the Traveler. She's the one who found a way to turn things around.
Not really, but okay.
If nothing else, I'm sure the tax collection Ashigaru will tread a little more carefully in the future.
Toma, what was all that?
Shh, not here. Too many people listening. Let's move somewhere else.
Yeah, Paimon, come on. By let's go somewhere else, did you mean 2 feet away? Whatever.
Corruption seems rife in the Kanjo Commission. They truly are rotten to the core. All right, time for me to answer your questions. What would you like to know?
Tell me about the Yashiro Commission.
Straight to the point. Let me reintroduce myself. I belong to the Kamisato clan of the Yashiro Commission on Narukami Island. I'm an attendant of the Shirasagi Himegimi.
And what does that mean?
You've been keeping your true identity a secret from us this whole time? Oh, the Yashiro Commission. Guessing that's another branch of the Tri-Commission?
Correct. The Kamisato clan is the head of the Yashiro Commission, who manage ceremonial and cultural affairs. I'd go into more detail on what exactly that covers, but I'm not even sure myself. I'm just someone who was fortunate enough to be taken in by the Kamisato clan. My role is to take care of the daughter of the clan, Kamisato Ayaka, also known as the Shirasagi Himigimi.
Seems like she must be super famous in Inazuma, given the reaction of those guys just now.
Oh, most definitely. She's graceful, dignified, and kind-hearted too. The people of Inazuma quite adore Miss Kamisato. Her fame even somewhat eclipses that of her older brother, Kamisato Ayato, despite the fact that he's the current head of the clan. I suppose those who treat others with compassion earn themselves the same treatment in return. Miss Kamisato's situation certainly seems to attest to that. Take me, for example. I'm just an attendant, and yet she treats me as an equal, as she would a friend.
So where did this fixer Rito thing come from? Rito?
You're asking the right questions, and to be honest, I don't want to keep you in the dark any more than is necessary. Firstly, you should know that being a fixer is not something you can fake. I spent the better part of a month tirelessly building up a network of relationships on the island, and I got to know Captain Beto during that time too.
Still pretty good going for just a month's work.
Well, maybe I have a slight knack for schmoozery, but the main thing was I had to make sure I'd be in time to receive you when you arrived. Inazuma may have closed off to the outside world, but that hasn't stopped a lot of people from hearing about your feats in Mondstadt and Liyue. So, when Miss Kamisato heard of your intention to come to Inazuma, she began looking forward to your arrival with great anticipation. She's excited to find out whether the rumors are true. That is, that you have what it takes to change the tide of the times.
Change the tide of the times?
In the test I gave you earlier, although there were a few hiccups at the end, it was you who found the way to turn the situation around. Navigating powerful people, using their character flaws to your advantage. It's just what Miss Kamisato had hoped to see. With your help, even the Vision Hunt decree...
I didn't say I was going to help with that.
That's an unexpected development. Perhaps our sources were misleading.
Yeah, so the thing is, a lot of people, because we've happened to do a lot of good and become a hero, we're not necessarily doing good out of the goodness of our heart. It's just that all of the bad things are threats to the places and people we need to go to. You know, it's difficult to travel around amicably if they're at war and under attack or destroyed. So we end up getting involved. But we're not like the Avengers, you know what I mean? But because most people only hear of us when we've done something good, as you know, most stories go, everyone assumes that we're necessarily a hero. But we're not a villain, we're not doing bad, but we're certainly not going out of our way to do good. But like, if this village is under attack right now, we'd help. But like, that's it.
Yes, of course. I completely understand, and as agreed, I shall help set that up for you.
Oh, we let him down. I'm sorry, Toma, but we never said we'd do that.
Toma sure didn't put up much of a fight.
Well, my work on Rito is done. So I suppose this is goodbye for now.
You look so cool. I hope to see you again.
One more thing. This invitation letter is for you. When you get to Narukami Island, you can find me at the Komori Tea House, as per the letter. Good luck with everything. See you soon.
Bye-bye. Oh, we've disappointed him. I'm sorry, Toma.
Toma's not such a bad guy, huh? We should get going.
There is one problem. There are multiple problems,
What's
actually.
up?
Outlanders are unable to leave Rito. We can sneak past them.
Oh, right! Paimon forgot all about that! Wait, so did Toma forget that too?
I don't think he did.
Oh, darn it! No wonder he was so matter-of-fact about the whole thing!
Whoa.
Soon as we get off Rito,
Calm down.
Paimon's going straight to Komori Tea House to settle the guess we should give it a try. Let's head to the border and see how far we get.
What's this? Oh.
Stop there. Present your travel permits.
Sorry, but we really gotta get to Narukami Island. It's kinda urgent.
If you don't have a travel permit, this is as far as you'll get. Those are the rules.
As expected. Traveler, you gotta think of something. How do we get out of Rito?
Okay, why don't I just call us Traveler? If the Yashiro Commission has heard of us...
Are you saying we should go and meet with the Kanjo Commissioner?
I guess so.
It can't hurt to try. Even if Paimon has a few choice words to say about his subordinates.
Wait.
Who knows? Maybe he's our biggest fan.
I don't even remember which one is which anymore. Whatever. It'll lead to the same outcome, probably.
Halt! This is the Kanjo Commissioner's office. No trespassers.
We're here to see, the Kanjo Commissioner?
The Kanjo Commissioner seldom entertains Outlanders. Leave now or we'll be forced to...
Ah, wait.
Oh, Commissioner!
These two are honored guests from afar. No need to give them the usual spiel. Come on in. Let's see what we can do for you.
Huh. Did you get all that, mister?
My sincere apologies.
I am Hiragi Shinsuke, Kanjo Commissioner and head of the Hiragi clan. It's an honor to meet you both.
It's an honor to meet you as well.
Nice to meet you, sir. So, the reason we wanted to come and see you was because...
All right, all in good time. Two travelers renowned far and wide have shown up to see me, and I should very much like to make their acquaintance. Let's not limit this to business only.
So what you're saying is, we really are pretty famous, huh?
Absolutely. How many other people in the world have what it takes to knock the wind out of Storm Terror's sails and put the Overlord of the Vortex back under the sea, eh?
Exactly! Paimon thinks you make an excellent point.
Alright, Paimon.
And I hear you also foiled a Fatui plot in Liyue Harbor. Even beat one of their harbingers in a duel. Is that true?
Wasn't that supposed to remain a secret?
You heard about that too? Yep. It's true, all right.
As I thought.
Something wrong?
No. I'm simply awestruck by you both is all.
You're too kind. Though, in the end, they still got their way.
Rito is greatly honored to have you visit us. One other thing I heard about you is your great zeal for helping other people. This makes me wonder whether you might be so kind as to render your assistance to the Kanjo Commission.
I
Sure,
guess so.
No problem. Whatever you need, right?
This is my forte. You're right.
Excellent. Well then. You must know the Qingxian. A flower grows on the mountaintops of Liyue.
Yep, we've picked a few of those before. So, you want us to go back to Liyue?
Yes, bring me 300 Qingxian, would you?
300?
Freshly picked, I mean.
Did Paimon hear that wrong?
They don't stay fresh after they're picked.
Too much trouble, is it? I see. Then how about this? We have a few items that need delivering.
There we go.
Perhaps you can help with that?
That makes more
That
sense.
sounds much more like it.
709 letters to be precise.
I'm gonna assassinate you, bro.
Gives? How come you don't have people to do that already?
Terribly sorry. We're just a little short on people lately.
Get one of them useless
What
guards.
sort of an explanation is that?
Are you okay, girl?
Traveler, what are we going to do? Should we really help this guy?
No, he is a swindler. Oh, I guess we should. We need to look into
That's
it
the
more
spirit.
first.
Don't keep me waiting too long now.
I thought the Hirai, what's his name, was a female. Was a girl. I don't know. I went to eat and I forgot what was happening. All right. So, let's go deliver these letters. Whatever he asked us to do.
Halt, you two.
What? Saw this coming.
Huh? What did we do?
Miss Hiragi has a letter for you. She insists that you read it immediately.
A letter? Quick, let Paimon see.
Dear traveler.
So this means she wants you to secretly meet her at night? But you didn't seem surprised at all by this. What's going on?
Thank you. Dear traveler, Dear traveler, would that I could convey this message to you in person. I apologize for the hasty means by which this letter has come to you, and I hope that it hasn't left you feeling perplexed or perturbed in any way. This is my first time extending an invitation to an unknown outlander after all. It is no mere coincidence that our paths have crossed. Therefore, I hope that you would be so courteous as to meet me tonight under the glow of resplendent moonlight. Rendezvous, huh? Please do not fret about retainers and bodyguards. I will ensure that their attention shall be elsewhere. I look forward to the pleasure of your company. A lightly perfumed letter. Girl, you're gonna get me in trouble. We shared a glance. She has, Shinsuke? Shinsuke has no intention of letting us leave. We shared a glance.
Huh? Have you been up to something behind Paimon's back?
I was directly next to you the entire time.
Let's ask her tonight and see what she has to say.
You were not invited. I'm joking. Wow, what a beautiful view.
Ah, you finally arrived. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Hiragi Chisato. This is technically the second time we have met. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Wow. She's the daughter of the Hiragi clan, all right.
The pleasure is all mine.
No need to be so formal. I've long marveled at your accomplishments. And at last, we have the chance to meet.
Is it Paimon, or does something seem a bit off here?
You know about us?
The reason why I wanted to secretly meet you here is, well, I feared that I might never have another opportunity to discuss this with you.
Discuss what?
Ahem. I should like to ask for your help with delivering a letter.
To your secret letter? Look at her face. We have way more important things to do than help you rendezvous with a secret lover, okay?
Like father, like daughter. Couldn't you be more original?
No, you misunderstand me. Please, allow me to explain.
We started stomping away.
I was hoping that you could deliver a letter to Narukami Island in my stead. It is to be given to Kujo Kamachi of the Tenryou Commission. My father has always forbidden me from communicating with him. He knows that there are prospects for my marriage that would better serve him politically. But my heart is with Kamaji.
Okay,
there is no one who would dare defy my father's will on Rito, but you are outlanders. Outlanders seeking to get to Narukami Island.
Okay, I'll give you that.
It would be regrettable to let such an opportunity pass.
Oh, Paimon gets the whole picture now.
Of course, in doing so, I will also do everything in my power to help you leave Rito. That is my promise.
Seems reasonable enough, and we have no other options, so
To be perfectly honest, as long as you remain in Inazuma, my father will have no intention of letting you leave Rito.
Yeah, we figured as much. It was pretty obvious he was just trying to hold us up here.
I secretly overheard a conversation between my father and a very arrogant-sounding woman just a few days ago. They seemed to be discussing how to keep you here on Rito. In fact, it was the first time I had ever heard my father speak so respectfully to someone who wasn't the Shogun.
A few days ago, we just got here today. How much time has passed? We've been here one day. An arrogant-sounding woman. Seems we need to get off Rito as fast as we can. Yeah.
We don't have much time. I'll tell you my plans to help you off the island. It just so happens that a shipment of goods is...
He tells the traveler her
Very
plans.
well. I'll be waiting for you at the border. I'm counting on you to deliver my letter.
Okay.
Hold on, please. These goods are being sent to Watatsumi Island?
My lady, this is an unexpected honor. You are correct. These goods have been repeatedly requested by the Kanjo Commissioner. We must be certain that they reach Watatsumi Island intact.
Is there something wrong, Lady Hiragi?
No, as you were. My father simply has some concerns of the shipment's safety, and has ordered that myself and an additional qualified escort be dispatched to ensure safe transport of the goods.
My lady, you aren't suggesting that you intend to escort this shipment personally, are you? There's certainly no need for you to trouble yourself with such a matter. And as for this qualified escort...
You got something to say?
Please, do not cause us any further delay. If memory serves me right, my father has already asserted that this shipment must arrive on time. I'm certain punishment will be duly dispensed if it fails to do so.
Yes, of course, my lady. It's just that, well, we don't know who this...
Now, need I remind you of the penalty if anything were to happen to me en route? I'm sure you are all quite familiar with my father's temperament. Do you really presume that you can fully guarantee my safety on your own?
Boy, Chisato can talk the talk. They don't stand a chance.
Hi, man, hush.
Yes, my lady. Very well then. It's an honor to have you accompanying us. Your safety is our highest priority.
Shinojo, you can't really be agreeing to this.
Well, the request is from Lady Hiragi herself. It is our duty to serve her in the utmost capacity.
Yes, but that's not the problem here.
Well then, if we're through here, I suggest we set off at once. Dawdling will only allow potential thieves more time to prepare, no?
Yes, my lady. You heard her. There's no time to lose.
All right, no time to lose indeed. Escort the goods and leave.
My lady, please stay back. We'll handle it.
Not as well as we'll handle it.
It's literally on fire. Oh my god. Oh, I actually made it.
We can take refuge in the village up ahead. How are you faring, my lady?
I'm perfectly all right. You may stop here. The road to Narukami Island is just over there. In my letter, I've requested Kamaji to grant you a special travel permit from the Tenryou Commission. Consider it a token of my appreciation.
Thank you, Chisato.
My lady.
Uh-oh. He listening in on things that don't matter?
So that's how it is. I had a feeling something was amiss, but Shinojo, you...
No, Lady Hiragi would never hide anything from us, I'm sure of it. But who is this Kamaji you speak of, my lady?
I'm not afraid to say that he's the one I love.
The one you love?
He's jealous.
Shinojo, did you honestly think that...
What? No, I was just clarifying, that's all. I would never in my wildest dreams,
You two needn't worry. Please, forget that this ever happened. If my father catches word of it, I alone will be held accountable.
Yes, of course. As you wish, my lady.
But what will happen if your actions here are discovered, Chisato?
Don't fret. My father has always been one to spoil me. The worst he'd do is sentence me to half a day without food, or something to that effect.
Huh. Paimon never suspected a guy like him could have a soft side.
I wish you a safe journey. I'm sure we will meet again.
Bye, Chisato!
Come now. Quit your staring and let's get moving. We've got goods to shift.
You knew you didn't stand a chance.
All right.
How'd you fall in love with someone you'd never seen before? Sacred Sakura's favor. Okay. Now that those things almost killed me. Yeah, I see the teleport waypoint. I need a statue of the seven desperately.
According to the letter, this should be the place.
Sorry, we don't serve the general public. I'm afraid you'll have to leave.
Wait! We're not the general public.
Well then,
yes, we are.
You must be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck into the nation, judging by your attire.
Are our clothes really so... what Paimon means to say is...
Here's our invitation letter.
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be from Mr. Toma. It seems there's more to you than meets the eye. In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House.
I think there's more to
safe
Toma.
haven for the Yashiro Commission.
But he doesn't have a vision, so that makes me know that he's not like too important. That's how I can tell who is and is not super important, whether or not they have a vision on them.
Well, now that we're here, where's Toma? Paimon doesn't see him anywhere. Do you think he forgot his promise to meet us?
Doge?
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
The dog is absolutely not talking.
Is that dog talking to us?
You know the dog is not talking to you.
Relax. No need to look so surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me in this form?
Where did the human-looking Toma go?
Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
Now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
It still doesn't add up.
All right. I've had my fun.
Hey! You're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister!
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you for so long, as was the case in Rito. So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived. But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test you went through earlier, though it was quite necessary. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Ms. Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside us.
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because you're getting all serious now.
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies.
So, how did we do our test? The courage to face the lightning means to fight back against the goddess, I'm assuming.
Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you?
I didn't know there were rules.
Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same. But when the lightning struck...
He died in a duel before the throne. Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be Kazuha's friend. It can be someone else's.
So you've heard of his story.
Okay. So it is Kazuha's friend. Never mind.
His light still burns all the more brightly.
So we'll be allowed to meet the Shirasagi Himegimi?
Yes, of course. I will bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is located. But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to.
Oh? Where?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now, but you can already see it from practically anywhere on Narukami Island.
Alright, let's go see this god. Well, is there anything in here I can collect real quick? Nope, these are all just tea rooms. It's so smoky in here. People must be smoking. Or it's a bunch of incense. One or the other. Or perhaps both.
This area sure feels gloomy. People probably don't come here often, do they? Huh? Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks? Or are there things embedded in the statue?
Visions.
Oh.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt Decree are put into the statue?
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt Decree.
Why did the Shogun issue the Vision Hunt Decree?
Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts. As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity.
Yes.
The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity.
Yes.
The eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma.
I figured.
As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's movement.
Okay.
The Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without disturbing it for all time.
I see.
Seems like every god has their own will.
That's...
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for the reason behind the recent Vision Hunt decree, perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that her eternity doesn't allow for such instability to exist.
Okay, I was thinking something along those lines.
The fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryou Commission to scour the nation for visions, embedding each one in this statue. And this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden Shogun is being, I don't know, selfish?
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly against the Raiden Shogun. And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since the day it was announced.
What?
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
What was that?
Sound? What sound? I didn't hear anything. Did something happen?
Oh,
yeah,
this is getting interesting.
The statue, and then what?
I could hear the sound of people's aspirations. Oh, so the visions are actually linked to the people. Okay, I thought it was a bit more detached, but if it's actually linked to them and their aspirations and their heart and everything, oh, that changes things. So I guess, what's his name's hypothesis that visions awaken with the drive or aspirations and heart of an individual has some weight to it, actually.
Aspirations? That would seem to confirm the saying.
What saying?
Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor.
Okay, that's where he got that
That is where
from.
visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition. So if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined.
So a vision symbolizes ambition, not power. That makes sense because everyone we know with a vision has something going on. Whether or not I care about it, they've got some form of ambition, some type of goal. You know, large or small, depending on the person, but still.
All right, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
Finally!
Finally, indeed. Lovely, lovely, beautiful, gorgeous view. So, with that all said and done, I am going to leave this episode here. And the next episode, we will visit the Kamisato estate. I'm liking Inazuma. This is not Inazuma. Is this Inazuma? I'm liking this country so far. I can't remember the name of it. But I'm having an interesting time, and I thought that Leeway's political system was the most interesting to me, but I think this one is, because I'm really intrigued about this goddess's idea of eternity and why taking away people's freedom to hold power that could bring about change, like why is she so stagnant? Why is she so stuck in her way where she doesn't want anything to change for all of eternity as long as she rules? I don't know. Obviously, we'll find out as we get further and further into the game and you know, most likely nearing the end-ish of this, but we're just beginning. So with that all said and done, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Bye.